the volume obtained by rotating the top curve about the x-axis. Take the volume obtained by rotating the bottom curve about the x-axis. And subtract. That is the intuitive way and the correct way to do it. What is written in the book will lead you down the primrose path. And I will not do it the way they do it in the book. Trust me. Especially if you're not good with algebra. They call it the method of garbage. Washes. The method of washes in the book. What we have is volume between two curves. You have a function f of x here, and you have a function g of x here, and let's say you are taking that curve and rotating it about the x-axis here. You're going to obtain a very strange looking solid. Of course, we will have these things called washes. And I say, take your function f of x, rotate it about the x-axis, find its volume. Take your function under g of x, rotate it about the x-axis, find its volume, and subtract. I think that is what we call the Math 99 way. What is written in the book is quite technical, and I tried it last semester. Made errors on it. So you will integrate from A to B. You will take the area. Of course, you will need to assume that f is on top of g. Because if you want to subtract, make sure you get positive water. Yeah, make sure you get positive water. So you will take your area between A and B. Let's assume f is on top of g. Integrate f by rotating about the x-axis. Integrate g by rotating it about the x-axis. And subtract. Now we'll not write anything.
Does it take the next square?
Yes, you will have to take the function f, rotate it. So you will need to square it, multiply by pi, and integrate. And you need to do the same with g. Square it, multiply by pi, and integrate. Now in the book, you have, it is written like this. This is correct. But a lot of people don't know how to do algebra. A lot of people think a lot of people think that this is this. 50% of you think that. That's the way it's in the book.
The only coefficient that's the same as
I'm sorry, Mr. Tyler?
the only coefficient that you can pull out of there is pi.
Yeah. So, if you want to read in the book and you don't understand what I'm saying, be careful with the algebra. Okay. Be careful with the algebra. I just say find the volume of the top, find the volume of the bottom, and subtract. Let's do an example. So we're going to take the area between these two curves and rotate it about the x-axis and find the volume exactly. So it's a good idea to make a little sketch. You sketch these two things.
Yeah.
You're looking at the curve y equals 2 over root x, which is like 2 over x, or 1 over x. And then y equals negative x plus 3, which is a line with a slope of negative 1 with a y-intercept of 3. X-intercept. X-intercept. So you're going to take this area here and rotate it about the x-axis and find the volume the solid you obtained by doing that. So you're going to pick up something very strange. Well, we need to know where we're integrating from. We need to know where we're integrating from. We will take the top function, being what?
Negative x plus 3.
Square it, multiplied by pi, and integrate from a to b, depending on what a and b are in this case. Then we will do the bottom function. Square it, multiply by pi, and integrate from a to b, depending on what a and b are in this case. So in order to do that, I will need to solve this equation. Well, you multiply by x, you clear the fraction with that nonsense, c minus x squared plus 3x, you take the x squared that side, you get minus 3x plus 2, you know your factor. So x equals 1 and x equals 2. And now we'll do what I said. We will take the top function, you will square it, multiply it by pi, and integrate from 1 to 2. You will take the bottom function, square it, multiply by pi, and integrate from 1 to 2. So the volume, the big volume, subtract the small volume. So integrate from 1 to 2. I will need to take the function on the top because that is the one I'm subtracting from, so that I get a positive volume. And the one on the top is what?
Negative equals
Negative,
x plus
and the one on the bottom is x. I would have to take that function, square it, multiply by pi, and integrate. I will have to take this function, square it, multiply by pi, and integrate from 1 to 2. Once I have those two integrals, I will subtract them to get the net volume. Now, you will need to know how to do some algebra. You'll have to take this negative x plus 3 and square it. Now, do not think that it's x squared plus 9. I will take the pi out. X squared minus